At first glance, I thought Faye is now a great mechanic, but I quickly realized this is just a new character whose whole purpose is to make Jet look like an idiot. Because we didn't have enough of that already.
You should find the last person who wrenched in here and you should put a bullet in him.
I was the last person who wrenched around in there.
Do your own dental work too?
Just how much more do you want to degrade him? Give this poor man a break.
Please tell me you did not plug the G-line straight into the pin port.
Well, it ups the drag.
Yeah, well, overstressing the converters, and when they fail, you're crushed in a hard burn.
While Jet gets subjected to this shit, he gets a lead from Radical Ed, which would suggest he's just an informant now? Weird choice, but at least another character can stay away from the clutches of Netflix. For now. And the lead is a cult leader / mass murderer. Who could that be?
What you need is a J92 stabilizing coil. Got a brand new one sitting up in the truck, 15K installed, and your problems are solved.
I don't want to waste time with this again because we have gone through this a couple of times already, but if you think back of those episodes where Jet bought a doll or went to that restaurant and like all the prices were higher than this, you would think that like this is just complete bullshit. They had spent zero amount of time for the world building, and that's the case. I digress. There's no reason to talk more about this.
I bet I could grab one refurbished down the street for half my ham sandwich.
I bet you could, but the reason that you're grounded is because you probably salvaged this one, right? For a ham sandwich.
The conclusion here is that 15K for a brand new part in its installation is a great deal.
Look, just do yourself and your crew a favor. Buy the new one off me.
He's a cheap ass, so he just wants it to get prepped and ready to go.
Not for that price. Look, just get her serviced, right, and prep for install. Jesus Christ!
Asshole.
Meanwhile, Spike finds an old photo of himself and Julia in his quarters. How very secretive of him. And yet again, Jet needs to push him into going after a bounty.
Well, since we're gonna be grounded for a few more hours, maybe you can make yourself useful.
More useful than normal?
That'd be a win.
Some things just never change.
Dr. Londa is a rich bounty.
The Bigfoot of bounties.
With a 90 million woo price tag.
Jet, come on.
It doesn't hurt to check it out.
What exactly is Spike's occupation in this show? A homeless guy? Because for me, both him and Faye are just freeloaders.
And they found Bigfoot, smart guy. I saw it in a documentary.
You eat babies.
What do you got there?
Check it out.
A railgun? Things are a total scam.
It's not a scam.
What's not a scam?
This bad boy.
Is that a railgun?
Yeah.
Total scam.
It's not a scam.
The worst gun ever for a bounty hunter.
Not if you shoot him in the foot.
Right.
It's a scam railgun. Am I funny?
While I'm gone, check in on the mechanic, make sure they're not dicking around on my time.
Of course. Clearly the best way to continue this episode is by following Faye's C-plot of staying on the ship with the mechanic.
Is that a railgun?
Yes? Cool, right?
I heard they're a total scam. It's not like this iron here. This is more my speed.
Oh. That's... yeah.
And now we have sexual tension between the two.
May I? Whenever I see a good-looking piece, I just have to touch it.
Okay. Welcome to Cowboy Bebop.
I should let you get back to work.
Waiting for the part your boyfriend's out scrounging for?
Not my boyfriend.
Yeah, there's nothing here worth taking, except maybe you.
Sorry?
We're already at the point where one of the main characters is horny and gives in to a complete stranger. What a great show! This speaks more about the writers and their perversion than the product that they are supposedly making in the process. Spike finds Lance's place, which isn't difficult to find at all, wondering why didn't anyone else find this place for a hefty 90 million woolongs.
Welcome to the Londes Center.
Hi. I want to see Dr. Londes.
And Dr. Londes wants to see you. We all carry ghosts. What's yours, friend? Regret? Guilt? A lost love?
Mushy mushy.
Where do I start?
Must have been the eerie atmosphere that scared the entire town from approaching it.
I just want to meet Dr. Londes.
And Dr. Londes wants to meet you. But first, a brief orientation.
And then Londes?
Have a seat, friend.
And he agrees to sit in this suspiciously dangerous seat with all these metal bars around it. Just how fucking dumb is Spike?
Let me take you on a journey as Dr. Londes will teach you. If you free your mind, the
What a bunch of bullshit. It would be a shame if it turned out the brainwashing has already begun.
That'd be bullshit.
But in the nick of time, Spike escapes from the machine to exit to a weird town where Julia shows up out of nowhere.
I found you.
Julia.
Hi.
Hi.
Look at you. Your hair.
How did you...
Hannah, she said you went by to see her, that you asked about me.
I miss you so much.
I begged Anna to tell me how to find you so that I could warn you.
It's clear that none of this is making any sense, but with how much I subjected myself to this show, I wouldn't be surprised if this was actually happening.
They're coming for you.
Vicious.
Not just him. An entire army of them. Run so far they'll never find you.
Then come with me.
I came to save you.
I already lost you once. I'm not losing you again.
Okay, this is definitely not happening.
They'll be here any minute. You have to run. No. You have to let me go.
I tried for 3 years to let you go.
It quickly turns out to be a dream loop right out of Inception. Or if you're cool enough, Paprika.
Julia.
Your hair.
While Spike dreams of the same scenario repeatedly, we see a glimpse of reality. Hey look, it's a visual piece from the anime. I know what that is. He also gets injected by something which makes his dream sequences look like a 90s music video. Spike is starting to catch on that this is all just an illusion.
How did you...
Anna, she said you went by to see her. That
I
you
asked
asked
about you.
me.
So he makes his best efforts to evade Vicious.
Fearless, I came
Only
here.
to warn me. I'm not leaving here without you.
But Jet finally shows up to check on Spike. He finds the same room, but get this.
You okay, buddy?
Don't do that. You take off the goggles, you fry his brain.
There's another guy in the room, what turns out to be the guy who created Landis.
An AI I created, one that went psychotic. I shut it down immediately, but not before thousands of test subjects were killed.
What?
What's happening to him?
The AI, it's got him in a VR loop, attempting to capture his consciousness.
Yeah, Landis is just an AI who wants to
Attempting to capture his consciousness.
kill people by capturing their consciousness.
Can you stop it?
Oh, once I rewire the system, it should...
Okay, wiring.
Yeah.
This plot would be really interesting if you have a series built up for it, like Paprika, where you have the exact same concept, except the whole story is built around it, and by people who know how to write, something you will never find here.
You're kidding.
Yeah, you're definitely not gonna find it here.
I don't know. Maybe?
I love
so
how
your first.
the covers are perfectly over the breasts.
Okay,
Why would
first
you even...
orgasm ever.
What?
Good me.
What the fuck? Why do you... No one talks like this after sex.
Or how about just adapting the original episode of that teenager who hacked into this computer and created a cult and then decided to pursue a life of crime? Oh well, whatever. So how would we go about showcasing a woman who's hiding her pain from the loss of her memories? Through showing the aftermath of her making out with another woman. Yeah, why not just make Spike rape Vicious in the ass?
Fuck! Fearless.
What is wrong with you, Carl, or whoever wrote this? There are a number of ways to have a scene between two characters to have a deeper understanding about them, but this is absolutely not one of them.
That's still a really long time to go without having an orgasm.
If you can't come up with a better story than the original, stop inventing all this crap and just expand upon the source material. But not like this.
I don't mean to make light of it. It can't be easy.
Oh, good lord. Who in their right mind said this is gonna be fine to have a complete stranger to have sex with Faye, so she can't tell her deepest secret? Way to go, Netflix, way to go. And you know, it's quite something how much of a fuss they've made about Faye's original outfit being too much for the adaptation, but making out like a whore isn't? The hypocrisy, I tell you.
Partnered with an ex-cop, no less. Took me in. Gave me a roof.
In the follow-up, we're back with Spike trying to escape with Julia, still unaware this is all just a dream. Didn't he just realize that previously? Oh, well, I don't care.
Jet, it's me. Call me the second you get this. I'll explain then.
Does he know what you used to do? We used to be?
No. He's probably gonna kill me when he finds out.
We get this emotional scene between the two with too much exposition, but they are doing better than whatever the hell I saw earlier, so I guess it's we're getting better. Maybe?
Hey, the numbers are going down. That's good, right?
Yeah, the longer he fights back, the longer we have to shut it down.
No, you have to go without me.
I tried, goddammit. I tried for 3 years to let you go, but I can't.
You killed me.
You've killed me!
Good.
Jesus, you okay?
We can't shut it down from here. You're gonna have to cut the power from the mainframe.
Where's the mainframe?
Earth.
Fucking Earth. Pick up! God damn it, where is it?
What the hell is happening to me? Julia, we have to go. Now.
Fearless, I can't.
This is the transition they went with.
What the fuck?
Oh my god. Do you knock?
This is the engine room. Spike's in trouble.
Even the show is self-aware. You built up these two so Faye is too occupied to answer Jet's call, a true masterclass in writing.
We just gotta get to the Bebop!
Spike finally has a scene where they are just about to reach the Bebop, but the Syndicate has shown up. Then Julia suddenly really hates Spike.
We're gonna get through this. Trust me.
When I said I didn't feel safe, I wasn't talking about Vicious. I was talking about you.
Julia, that's not...
It's the truth! My husband may do bad things, but you are the psychopath.
But the guy remains oblivious to that. Parallel to this, Jet is on his way to disable Landes from the mainframe. The pace is quite intense, but there are a few things to unpack here.
Can't shut it down from here. You're gonna have to cut the power from the mainframe.
Where's the mainframe?
Earth.
If the Doctor knows the mainframe from Earth is powering Landes, then why didn't he take care of it already?
I shut it down immediately, but not before thousands of test subjects were killed.
I'm sure those 3,000 didn't just kill themselves over a day.
There's a panel in the back of the mainframe.
It's completely sealed up. There's no way to get in.
Stand back!
They're unable to break through the glass shield that protects the mainframe, so Faye decides to shoot the railgun while Jet is standing right next to it.
Will this work?
Some of you might say that this is finally having the Chekhov's gun trope being fired properly, but no! It is probably the most sloppiest adaptation of this character I've ever seen. Just look how close he is to the glass shield, like, he could have died there. Also, this is another excellent scene to show how awesome this new Faye Valentine is.
And just let me go.
Okay, I'll go.
And Spike gives up in the virtual reality loop. It's only seconds before the machine shuts down.
He's alive.
So he's fine and all, but wait!
So, those goggle things. What'd you see in there anyway?
I don't remember. I'll go, but not without you.
After he returns to his course, it turns out he didn't give up. Then Vicious shoots him with the silliest smile ever.
I'll never let you go.
What a god-awful ending. This may have been the worst episode so far, and probably the shortest to unpack. It's not that the episode itself would have been significantly shorter, there's just so little to talk about. Like, the entire plot of this episode just riding on the fact that, oh, we need to stop this AI thing. Why not go to the source first? Oh, this guy went to this place that doesn't even have the mainframe. Why? Why didn't he bother with that? Oh, whatever. Nobody cares. But the scene that I wanted to address first is the disgusting sex scene that we see between Faye and this random mechanic. Because it's done purely to satisfy the Riot's perversion that probably is just nothing more than playing with action figures on DeviantArt and Tumblr. I could probably go on about like how could this be done better with an actual arc like in Berserk, but this is really not the case because the anime has done this much better without any sexual tension between the characters. Believe it or not. Of course, because of Netflix's decision to fix this character, this will never happen. And now it's all gone. At least on a happy note, Julia gets shot several times, so that's good. We start the episode with Faye reading Playboy. Well, this is up for a great start already.
You heard of a double dinner?
Does it involve 2 dinners?
For 3.
She starts rambling about double dinner.
Sounds like one too many dinner guests to me.
Life's short. Why not have a dinner party?
I'm but a simple man.
And Faye's remedy for a migraine is...
Still with the migraines?
Shh. 8 days and counting.
You know what you need?
Less noise.
The big,
I do not know if that's the solution for whatever Darkseid-esque treatment Spike was injected with in the last episode, but yeah, we get it. Faye likes sex. Very cool.
Nature's cure.
Speak from experience. Recent experience.
What? Hang on, hold on, pause.
From
I'm assuming
experience,
she's talking about orgasms
experience.
here.
Yes.
She's only ever had like one orgasm
Yeah.
in 2 years. So how is she an expert on how is she...
Also, did they cut off? Is this a bad
Yeah, we cut off her head
because
for some reason.
Yeah. They don't have no heads.
There's no way that's an actual picture. It's obviously they couldn't afford the rights to the guys who are dressed like that.
So they had to raise the neck.
They raise their heads.
But you know that's not real, right? Fantasy.
What I can't tell is real is whether or not I'm into butts or boobs.
Please, someone end it. I can't take it anymore.
Excuse me. Hello, darling.
Faye's fake mom shows up asking for a lift in exchange for Faye's identikit.
You want me to be your interstellar taxi service now?
In exchange for your identikit? Absolutely. Don't even try to pretend that you don't want it.
You know, it only struck me now, but am I suffering from dementia, or have the rise of the show got rid of the whole plot about Faye's debt? It's quite essential for a character to work towards a goal. Basically, a lot of money needs to be paid off for her cryogenic treatments, so in order to afford that, she needs to find a job that's a high risk but high reward. Why is Faye doing bounty hunting in the first place? Just to track down the identikit, okay. I guess including that sex scene was more important in the long term. When you free a character from their obligations, then you also stop them from reaching any kind of growth to pursue this new Faye's hedonistic desires.
What I can't tell is real is whether or not I'm into butts or boobs.
Who is the target audience here again? Faye introduces her mom and the guys are okay with it.
I've been so worried about my baby running around with a gun. Thank God she has you two for backup.
Backup, huh?
She immediately notices Spike's migraine. I guess she overheard it when he was outside, and manages to fix it in an instant.
Oh! Son of a mother. How did you...
Oh, your posture. Neck pain can lead to migraines. I used to be a masseuse.
I think I love you, miss.
I have a feeling they thought this would be a sitcom. All the setting that you see here is just reminiscent of Seth from Friends.
I'm on the lam. From my husband.
Faye's dad?
No, he was many husbands.
She's apparently on the run from her ex-husband. And if there's one thing that we can take away from the last episode is that the whole episode will be revolving around this plot.
He basically turned my life into a bad country song. Broken heart. Pocket full of bills.
Another meaningless addition disguised as a Bebop story. I have a feeling that whoever got hired to make this adaptation possible had a whole different show in mind, and instead they were forcing down every bad idea while using some elements of the original to sell it. The characters are completely off, the stories are bonkers, oh well. Meanwhile, Julia goes to Anna again.
He's alive?
Ah.
Who's alive? Don't play coy. When have you ever been nostalgic?
And Gred is here.
I'm gonna give you two a moment.
Until he's not.
How long have you known?
Not long.
So he's just out there?
As far as I know.
Where?
Didn't say.
So Anna hasn't put the ball away ever since Spike showed up. She sure has been thirsty.
You should have told me. I could have gone to him.
To what end?
Julia is obviously here because of Spike, but are those three things really give away the fact that Spike is alive? A bottle of his favorite drink, top assassin being killed by a skilled gunman, and Vicious being furious at the mere mention of Fearless. Is there no one as good as Spike?
Weren't you the one telling me in this very office that I should leave Vicious?
Not like this. Vicious knows Spike is alive.
Mushy mushy.
And he is not going to stop hunting him until one of the two of them is dead. If you run to him, you're going to spend the rest of your life running, looking over your shoulder, wondering when Vicious' blade will come.
While Anna perfectly describes what kind of consequences the fake Julia would get for her recklessness, this also describes the real Julia's character. She was on the run ever since Spike left the syndicate. She knew the risks, but her commitment is what made her interesting. We understand why Spike would go with a woman like this.
Who's to say that won't happen if I stay?
Yeah, honey, probably shouldn't have stayed with him and just risk being pursued, just like how it was in the original. You know, this is a way to build character. Not having them acting on their laziness, and instead like trying to pursue like something that's more risky. Ironically, they have made an independent, strong woman into an inconsistent mess that I am very close to call a Mary Sue. Everybody likes her, she always seems to be in the spotlight, and what is her deal? I'm still trying to figure out like what is her grand plan here.
Whoa! Be careful not to overcook.
Back on the Bebop, Whitney is blending in perfectly. In fact, for a con artist, she's quite a cook.
The key is to caramelize the peppers.
A woman after my own heart.
Smells amazing.
Yeah.
Knows how to fix migraines, seems like a jack of all trades, honestly. And the boys buy into the whole thing until Faye breaks character and Whitney calls her off to a private chat.
Oh, like heaven in the mouth, isn't it?
God.
Pretty cheap definition of heaven, if you ask me.
Hey, darling.
Sure, Mother.
Do you want your identikit?
Somehow, Jed becomes suspicious just by reading Faye's body language. I know because he points this out quite literally.
Something's off. Look at Faye's body language. I mean, arms crossed, defensive.
Right.
So Jed tries to pressure Whitney and he can read through the bullshit. This is something I would have loved to see more in the early episodes. It's nice that sometimes the writers do remember they need to adapt the character instead of the frienderization of him.
You never told me you were from Ganymede.
I thought you were from Europa.
No, I moved there for my ex-wife. Where'd you go to high school?
She was homeschooled.
And now we cut to Gran smoking in the backstage, so he, she, whatever can meet with Julia on her way out.
She's right, you know. If you go to Fearless, you'll never be safe. Anna's not the only one in the building. Listens in on other people's conversations.
Then after Gran leaves, Julia is still standing there until she starts having this creepy smirk on her face.
You'll never be safe from Vicious. At least not while he's still alive.
Holy shit, why did you make her into a psycho bitch, Netflix? I can't help but think how much Netflix degraded Grant as a character. This dude has a tattoo of the word gender crossed out, and sure, it's maybe something the actor had already, but it's so in your face when these scenes are so empty. It will catch your eye and it shouldn't, because that's not what the character is about. There were strong hints in the anime that Grant could be homosexual. In fact, there are lines for this. No women, the economy crashed, he's belonging into an instrument. You could make an argument for that, but it was never the focus. All that is secondary compared to the bigger picture, like what is Grant's role in the story. Jazz musician as a cover while planning out his revenge.
Why are you going to see Vicious? Didn't you say he framed you?
I want to find out if he did.
He'll murder you.
Death does not frighten me.
You're lying.
Either way, I don't have long to live.
What does this other Grant do?
A theremin. We might as well hire a magician in a bow tie and coattails to saw a man in half.
Okay. Reading that as a hard no.
Just a sidekick to another secondary character, having no relation to any of the main cast. Anime Gran had connection to Vicious from his mercenary days, but both Spike and Faye get to know him, and of course Julia, and we don't even see that.
I get it now. You're the one, aren't you? You're Spike. Julia was always talking about you. Your eyes are different colors. I remember her saying that.
Where'd you meet her? Where was she?
She'd ask me to play the same song every time she came in. Strange, lilting tune. And then she would smile. Oh, what a smile. So sad. So beautiful.
Quite a central character in his two-part, which is the only time when he has screen time in the story. Instead of someone who occasionally shows up to repeat something another character said 3 minutes ago.
She's right, you know. If you go to Fearless, you'll never be safe.
If you run to him, you're gonna spend the rest of your life running, looking over your shoulder, wondering when Vicious Blade will come.
This scene alone was so boring. I paused the episode and rewatched Jupiter Jazz both with sub and dub. Such a remarkable piece of media just to wash off this garbage. Anyway, that was too much fun, so I gotta go back to this horrible thing. Jet finds out Whitney is a con artist, and Faye shows up just in time to tell both of them her story.
She got me out of cryo sleep pretending to be my mom.
Jesus, Faye. Can the crap.
I really thought that she was my mom.
You know, it's quite something. Faye gives almost the same exposition as the last episode, but less naked this time.
How could you not know?
Because I have amnesia. Everything that happened before I woke up, basically my entire life, I don't remember.
Maybe, just maybe, when you have to show a character-defining moment, try not to expose it to a complete stranger who isn't even part of the story.
So you have brain damage.
No.
You lied. I brought you on my goddamn ship in my home, and you played me.
I'm sorry. I fucked up.
But we get interrupted with Russian stereotype.
Your security is quite garbage.
It's the mink.
Iron Mink.
The Iron Mink?
The most notorious arms dealer in the solar system.
You have 1 hour to hand her over, or I will explode you and your ship.
I'm honestly getting tired of this holographic display. Obviously it's so they can save money on building another set, but is this how cheap they are gonna go about it?
I thought I very clearly told you to fuck off.
We need to get off this ship in triple time.
So they gotta be on the run. As it turns out, the ring is actually a tracking device.
Give me that.
A tracker? No, Minky would never.
Jet lets go of Whitney so she and Faye can split up for her kid.
Go, but you give her what she's after.
While Spike and Jet take the tracking device to distract the Mink's man.
Why you do me like that?
Come on.
Oh no, it's the scene! What? Was that the same crow sound effect from The Simpsons?
Yeah.
It is! Whoa, this is gonna be something really comedic. I can already tell.
So rare. The three of us together.
Santiago is really enjoying himself. Must be all the energy he gets from his special treat.
I just feel like he's a parody of, what was it, Calvin Candy from Django.
Oh, yeah. He invites the guests for some high-quality wine, but Vicious is a complete idiot. Again.
Profoundly luxurious mouthfeel.
Shall I come back after the mincing and preening part of the day is over?
Right to business. Very good.
At least Mo is aware of this.
I'm planning a coup d'etat, a bloody one at that.
Go on.
The elders will swear a death note.
Damn it!
Catch me and deliver me to the temple.
And at that moment, you miraculously shed your shackles.
He shall. I liberate Mao of my sword, kill the Koban, and take the elders' heads.
They seemingly agree with the plan, and just to live up to the legend, Santiago grabs some... Oh, am I supposed to show this?
Let's bump it to 3%, and you can swing your sword as you like.
Consider us settled.
Then let us mince.
Well, that was easy. One would think if Vicious is such a scheming bastard, then the rest of his people would be like him too. Well, we shall see. Another misplaced title card. Hey Jose, we're 24 minutes in. You're late!
We're not moving. Why are we not moving?
Jet and Spike are trying to hide in the sea, while Spike is wearing the tracking ring, pretending to be a gay couple.
I'm moved by my own performance. Does it seem fast?
Yeah.
Does it seem fast to you?
He must really love you.
He did good, huh? I like to think we make each other happy.
I like how this woman got annoyed by them complaining about the boss, but has a completely different demeanor once she sees they might be married. A great scene, Netflix, bravo!
No, thank you.
Go easy.
I trusted her. She knew that and she still lied.
They betrayed me, they didn't keep their promise, they tricked me and I don't care anymore.
Anyhow, Whitney is trying to steal a car.
I'm sure you understand. Garçon, my car, please.
Ticket?
Of course, I have it. Oh, right, I gave it to you, darling heart.
What? No, you didn't.
This is horrible.
What are you doing here?
Yeah, Julia? Get the fuck out of here. Of course, she's gonna flex about the plan. What else?
How was the meeting? Did you really think Vicious came up with this plan?
Fair to think he didn't.
So she approached Mao to tell her that she wants Vicious dead?
Shoot first, fuck the consequences type of guy. Do you want me to apologize?
No, I want you to take his head.
Wonderful. She admitted to coming up with the plan to take out the elders and tells this to one of their most trusted men. I mean woman, and now you ask her to kill Vicious?
You know, marital strife rarely inspires good decisions.
I know exactly what I'm asking.
It's not like they weren't planning to kill off Vicious anyway with how they were looking at him the entire time with Santiago, but holy hell, what a mess. You think the Syndicate will care about traitors?
He offered you what? 2%? I'm offering you the entire round.
And what exactly do you get with this double cross?
A ticket out of the Syndicate.
Wouldn't want to break a nail trying to protect your own hide.
Certainly not. I just had them done. There you go.
In the meantime, Faye is changing tires while her fake mom feels sentimental.
I actually see a lot of myself in you. In what way? The best way. You're clever, tough, audacious, suffer no fools. You're a survivor, like Mom.
Apparently, in this version, it's Whitney who has depth.
Leaving you was one of the hardest things I've ever done.
Is that why you up and left?
That was because of some moderate debt I'd accrued. Okay. I didn't plan on leaving when I did, Faye.
How nice to just pull all that weight off the shoulders of your characters and let some episodic characters carry it. That way they will not overcome their challenges, hence they will never grow and stay as irritating as ever. A great recipe for disaster.
North is that way, which means that's west.
That way's west? I thought we just came from west.
Yeah, right. So in a world where you have gadgets that let you project yourself anywhere around the world, apparently has a lack of basic navigational functionality.
Shit, Kimmy's recital's about to start. I'm gonna take the call in there.
Whoa, 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 whoa. How long is this gonna take?
As long as it takes.
Amazing.
You expect me to deal with the world's most notorious arms dealer alone while you watch your daughter's recital?
She's got the lead.
That's fair.
Another important piece of information. Jet sits in a room while Spike waits outside, but little does he know of the hilarity that will ensue.
Certainly.
Nah, nick of time, pal.
You won't believe the shit I went through to get here.
On the job?
Something like that.
But before that, we gotta know what's up with Faye. Here we are, our grand location, a warehouse.
Faye, are you really ready to find out who you are?
Yeah, why wouldn't I be?
You'd been on ice for years, Faye. No one came for you. You know what that means. Either your parents are long dead, or they left you for dead.
And cut! Oops, we got back to the interesting part.
Look at you.
I'm the sun, the center of our solar system.
It's your baby.
It's finally an entertaining scene with Jet spending time with his daughter while Spike deals with the assassins outside.
I'll make sure we get at least one of Kimmy with the flowers you got her.
Thanks.
It really means a lot to her that you're here.
I'd fight the world to make sure I showed up.
Maybe it's just the fact that Jet is receiving something he deserves, a wholesome scene where no sex jokes were made, and probably the closest we will ever get to something enjoyable with this new setup. Cherish it while you can, because it's all downhill from here.
A ship?
But even arguably the best things this show can offer are tainted by the horrible editing.
I have money.
Was the previous scene even longer than a minute? The main plot of this episode revolves around Faye and her past, so why not let it play out instead of changing all the way around? This is like shooting yourself in the foot with the changes in the story, then putting salt on the wound with the flat jokes, then you proceed to do it again with your other foot, roll around and die. Whitney is telling Faye about the wonders of being an independent, strong woman, and points to a very familiar ship in the background.
It's a one-seater, but we'll make it work. Think of the fun we'd have, partnered up, living free, no one telling us what's what. I have to know.
But this isn't enough for Faye to back off so close before reaching her goal. This calls for another cut back to the recital. Yeah, I'm not even gonna complain about the fact that people in the audience are using camcorders from the late 90s to record this thing. And back to Faye. That wasn't even a minute long. I swear, if they're gonna cut to Vicious or Julia during this. Faye gets a VHS tape? But why? You put a modern spin on a lot of the environment and gadgets of this world. It would make more sense to change this as well, but whatever. We're gonna cut back to the recital. And this is in no way an exaggeration. The editing in this show is on par with Disney's Mulan, the live action. They have no idea like who is the focus here. Like, just hold on for a minute. Faye is supposed to be the leading character in this episode because she needs to get her goal, which is the identikit. So why are we cutting back to Spike or Julia so many times?
Oh, hey, how's Kimmy?
Good, really good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Did you get them all?
Yeah.
Spike seemingly took care of the mink, but wait, it turns out that wasn't the mink.
Wait, that's not the mink. Where's the mink?
I don't know.
Where could he be?
Hello?
It's Russian accent man with his trusty partner Dimitri.
How did you find me?
You think I put only one tracker on you? It breaks my heart, but I must kill you.
Must? But why?
Word gets out. Iron Mink was conned. I lose face.
He's about to put a cap in Whitney, but Faye stands in his way and begs for him to reconsider.
Don't kill her. Or me. I'm begging you.
Who are you to beg?
Her daughter. Whitney is lying. It's how she survives. And I'm sure that she didn't mean to hurt you.
This would be nice if I felt something for any of these characters.
Dimitri, давай!
Saddle stitch.
Пиздец.
Oh, shit!
It was all a play, except for poor Dimitri.
Did you really need to off poor Dimitri?
He heard the safe word.
Like we couldn't come up with another one.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but now we make love.
What? Yes, we will, naughty boy.
More sex jokes. I love it.
So, you guys did this out of some kind of a kink role play?
I told you, fantasies can be made real.
Oh, my beautiful Slutka, the things I will do to you.
Alright, so they piss off, Faye steals the ship, then she pisses off. Now, for the most awkward apology scene.
I really appreciate it.
Especially after all the shit that I pulled. Whatever, I should have trusted you both.
Yeah, I might have been a bit of a
dick. At first.
Thank you guys.
And they magically happen to have a VHS player. Okay.
Hi, me in the future. It's, me. Did I do okay?
You were beautiful, sweetheart.
Thanks, Mom.
Everything seemingly plays out how it did in the anime, but somehow a few drawings of fictional characters conveyed more emotions than their live-action counterparts. And why is that? We still don't know exactly when the Astrogate accident happened, since I assume Faye is still considered to be a victim of that. Why else put her in cryosleep? This plays into how Spike and Jet were shocked when they saw the youthful, optimistic self of Faye. Now that context is out the window. The scene no longer has the impact of a woman in cryosleep for 54 years after the terrible accident, waking up without knowing anything of her past. Because we get to see that from all the things that they have decided to show. And this is the scene that they have decided to skip. Instead of this weird plot about the scammer being sorry for what they have done, then not really, it's so tone deaf.